continue our study in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 7. We left off the last time with the question of what was it that Jesus saw in the Pharisees that he called them hypocrites. And as we look at that, we see that there's actually a couple of things. The first thing that he accuses them of is depending on or leaning on the traditions of the elders versus the traditions of God. And he has a case in point where he says that you're breaking the commandments of God, and he talks about honoring the father and the mother. And because they allowed for the ability to not take care of your father and your mother, which is dishonoring your father and your mother, by taking that which was dedicated to taking care of their father and their mother and giving it to the temple, that within itself is a breaking of the commandment, because we're commanded to honor your father and your mother. But they were doing it with a bad motive. They were doing it for self-gain, for personal benefit. So Jesus saw through that, and he calls them hypocrites. You're putting yourself out to be representing God, but what you're really doing is representing man and representing yourself. The second thing that Jesus holds against them is that their worship, their hearts are not right with God. What they're doing is that they're looking for the external things, and they're presenting themselves as being righteous because of the external things that they are doing, like washing their hands before they eat. And Jesus says, it's not the external things, it's not that which is on the outside of you that defiles you. It's what's on the inside of you that defiles you. In other words, it's what's in your heart. It's not what's the outside that comes in, it's the inside, it's the heart that comes out, that goes out. That's what defiles you. And he refers to even more of the commandments of God. If you look in verses 21, 22, and 23, he indirectly refers to other aspects of the commandments. He said it's from within, it's from your heart that proceed evil thoughts, thefts, murders, adulteries, coveting, wickedness, sensuality, envy, slander, pride, foolishness. It's these things that are in your heart that come out. And so the Pharisees were looking for external things to prove that they were in fact the children of God, when on the inside they were not. Their hearts were far away from God. That's why Jesus called them hypocrites, and that's why he was upset with them. On Friday, we'll look and finish the chapter, and we'll look at the Syrophoenician daughter, and we'll look at Jesus healing a deaf and dumb individual. See you then.